Okay, welcome everyone. We're so excited because today you're going to hear from one of my friends. Her name's Holly Jane, and she is a Mormon OnlyFans model. So you're going to hear all of the scoop about her. Make sure to like and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss a beat, and we will be right back. Welcome back to my channel. This is Nita Marie here, and we're so excited about just diving into another topic that I love, which is women who are religious, Christian. Holly Jane is Mormon, and she's an OnlyFans model. And so we're going to hear a little bit more about her story, and you can find her at OnlyFans Holly Jane. And she is a wonderful person. I've gotten to know her a little bit through my coaching group, and she's fairly new to OnlyFans. So how long have you been on OnlyFans?
7 months now.
Okay, 7 months. So fairly new. Yeah. Now, obviously, being an adult model in this world, you had not done before. Like, it's not like you were in porn before, or, you know, in Playboy or anything like that, right?
Right. I always wanted to be in the industry since, being a teenager. I think right in the 90s, I graduated in 2001. So like in the 90s, I went home, I watched MTV, and I idolized, if you remember, Jenny McCarthy, Carmen Electra, Anna Nicole Smith, the kind of controversial models, right? And I thought, while my friends were like, I'm going on a mission, or I'm going to go to nursing school, I thought, I just want to be a Playboy.
I love that.
Model.
I love that because that is part of my mission with interviewing these different models. Is a lot of people have always wanted to do this. So there's kind of this misconception of, oh, you're forced into doing it, or, you know, it's like the bottom of the barrel type thing that you would do. But I know for me, that was something I always wanted too. I wanted to be in Playboy. I loved this industry, but I didn't feel like it was okay to be in this industry and be Christian and be a spiritual person. So obviously that probably crossed your mind as well. So what was the conflict between, you know, being openly Mormon and wanting to be in Playboy?
Right. Well, I just knew because I grew up in a very conservative home, and I was raised in the Mormon church, that, I just knew. I wasn't a question. I didn't need to ask. I just knew we dress modestly. Those career options aren't appropriate. It's just not an option. I was raised that, I'm supposed to get married, have children, go to college. Pornography is not something that's accepted in the church. So being sexual outside of marriage, showing off your body, pornography, none of that is acceptable. So I just kept those thoughts to myself. I think I had shared them with some friends, and they were like, you're nuts.
Yeah.
Maybe you need to seek some counseling on that.
Right.
Was kind of the consensus amongst my friends. And so I just kept it to myself. And I also wasn't sure where my place in the industry would be, since I knew, okay, I can't go public and be in Playboy. I can't try out for Playboy. And I didn't feel like I wanted to be a cam model, or that I could be involved in porn. So I wasn't sure where my place in the industry would be at the time. It took me a long time to figure that out.
Obviously, because how old are you now?
I'm 39.
So you're 39, you're married, you have kids. So you did kind of follow the housewife role that was kind of expected of you. And then what made you decide, I'm going to try OnlyFans?
Yeah. So I thought more seriously about it, as the years went on, and so backing up a little bit, 2017, my husband actually passed away. Father of my children passed away. He was ill for about 3 years, in and out of the hospital. And so it was after that time that, which I don't think he would have approved anyway of my career choice, that I took some time out to kind of think about what I wanted to do. And I had then heard about the OnlyFans platform, and just needed to kind of regain my confidence, my bearings, and put a plan of action together. And in the summer of 2021, I decided I'm just going to quit my job and do it. I need to stop thinking about it.
Yeah, definitely. And so you did get remarried in that process then?
I did.
Okay. And so what does your new husband think of your venture?
He's very supportive. He supports everything I do. I think I chose the perfect person. He's definitely the shy one. I'm the more out there, outgoing, but he supports what I do. So I told him, I kept it to myself until about a month prior to launching. I said, here's my husband owns a business. So, and he's very business minded. So he thought, okay, I knew, okay, if I don't come to him with an actual plan, a real business plan, he's going to say, you know, are you really serious about this? So I put a business plan together. I came to him and I said, I want to launch an OnlyFans business. I want to be an OnlyFans model. Here's my business model. And he said, okay, I'll support you.
Oh my God. That's so
exciting. Surprised, but you know, after kind of doing some research, he said, if this is something you want to do, I'll support you.
That's awesome. Well, I love that. And you came into my coaching group. I can't remember how you found my coaching group. How did you find my coaching group?
So part of my research was in order to do this and start modeling on OnlyFans, I wanted to find a mentor. Excuse me. I wanted to find a mentor. So I actually Googled top OnlyFans models, and you came up, and I believe it was LA Weekly, one of their articles. There was obviously more than one model featured. I don't know, something about you grabbed my attention amongst everybody else. And I subscribed to you. And this is probably at least 3 or 4 months prior to me starting my own site. So I subscribed to you, and because I needed to kind of see, and not just you, but other models, how do they choose their pricing? How do they choose their services? What's comfortable for me? What do I think I should be doing? And so it was then that I decided to reach out to you and, you know, seek some guidance and just have another peer to talk to, because I most certainly don't know of another friend in my community that's doing this, especially because I'm part of the church. And I just wanted someone to talk to that's another mom that's similar to me, that could have some words of advice and I could see as a mentor.
Yeah. Well, and you've done great, because I remember talking to you even just 3 months ago and came up with a plan.
Yeah.
And even that month, I think you tripled your income, right?
I did.
Yeah. So that was exciting. And now you're probably even more. I don't know how much more money you're making now, but what would you say is like your average income per day?
About 1,300.
That's amazing.
I know.
That's so amazing.
I know. When we talked a few months ago, I think I said my average is about 400.
Yeah. So we literally tripled your income.
We did.
And, you know, being that your husband is a businessman, how does he feel about your business now?
He said to me many times, I'm impressed with what you're doing. I thought it would, he said, you know, I didn't doubt you. I know that you work hard. I know that, you know, you're a go-getter. When you put your mind to something, you're going to accomplish it. But I just never thought it would turn into this, you know, that this successful. And not to put me down, right? But just to say, wow, I knew it had potential, but I wasn't expecting this. This is great.
Yeah. So how does that make you feel? Just being that you can still be a mom, still be a wife, and be able to do this?
Oh, I frequently say to the two friends that know that I'm doing this,
Right,
you know, pinch me. I can't believe that I'm living this, that I'm finally
right.
doing something that I've always wanted to do, and that I get to be home, right? I'm at
Yeah,
home in a bikini right now. I'm talking
yeah.
to Nita Marie's, one that I look up to in the industry.
Oh, yeah,
And I'm, you know, doing something that I think is fun, right?
yeah,
We work very hard,
yeah,
but we really like what we do.
yeah,
So not many people can say that, right? And that I
yeah,
have the flexibility, especially being a mom, if I need to take my children to a doctor's appointment, or I need to be at a school event, or I just need to take some time out for myself. I don't need to ask anyone. I just do it.
yeah, definitely, which is
So do
so
you.
great. I love it.
Right.
Yeah, I love it. So wrapping up, obviously you're in the Mormon church. Have you worried about getting excommunicated, not being able to be Mormon because of what you do?
Yes, yes. So it's definitely something that a couple of friends I've spoken to them about this, that one is a member of the church, one is not, and they both have said, you know, it's really not if but when. So
Yeah,
I'm just getting more comfortable interviewing with you and coming out into the media also to say this is what I do, and I want to talk about this not just for myself, but for others that are, you know, maybe they're sex workers as well, or maybe they're LGBTQ or trans, and they are in the church and uncomfortable with their secret coming out,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
Maybe they just want to be accepted for who they are, what they do. And I don't think that you should have to choose between your faith and attending a church.
definitely. And also your sexuality, because
Right.
we all express our sexuality differently. And what I've always told people is that the times sexuality can be dark and secretive is when someone has shame around it.
Right.
And when there's shame, people will hide it, people will be secretive, then it turns perverted. And that's what my goal is to help change that. Because the more we can be out in the open about some of these sexual things, the less it becomes hurtful for people because it's not secretive anymore. So I think it's great. I'm so excited for you. People are going to see you more on future platforms. This is like only the beginning.
It is.
It's only the beginning. And so let's just wrap up with one more statement about why you love being on OnlyFans.
Why I love being on OnlyFans. Well, aside from doing what I do, I love hearing from my fans. So I hear every day from my fans that I make a difference for them as well. Not
Yeah.
just, it's not just me here having fun. I receive messages every day like, your post made my day today.
Aw.
You know, from everything from I'm in an unhappy marriage, and you know, I appreciate the attention that you give me, or you know, I'm a widower and I'm lonely, or I'm single and I'm lonely, and I appreciate that, you know, you chat with me, you show me that you care. I love your beautiful posts, you really make my day. And
Yeah.
so that makes me feel good, like
Yeah.
I am making a difference in someone's life.
Yeah. And I know I always tell people, anyone who questions whether or not we're making a real difference
Mhm.
is that there are a lot more lonely people out there than we actually really give credit to. And the difference between OnlyFans and maybe just watching, porn on Pornhub is
Yeah.
that you really do get to interact with the creators and that they feel like they have a connection with you and that they have a relationship with you. And that's important to me nowadays because it is so hard to find connection, especially with COVID and everything that we've been isolated with, to be able to subscribe to an OnlyFans page and have a connection with someone, and for that person to actually genuinely care about the other person, which is I know how I treat my OnlyFans, and I'm sure that's how you treat your OnlyFans. To me, does make me feel like I'm making a difference. So I appreciate you. Tell us one more time where people can find you.
Yeah. So my Instagram, if you want to go to my Instagram, it's just the real Holly J, or my OnlyFans handle is at Holly Jane Loves 69.
That's your real OnlyFans handle?
It is.
Okay, awesome. So we have that also here on the screen. And thank you so much for just taking the time to talk to us
So
today.
much, Nita. Yes.
Thank you.